In this lesson, you will learn how to use a for loop to efficiently store data into an array. Let's start with the program we saved from the last lesson. As of now, our program is able to move forward and detect if a single line segment is black or white. To effectively read a barcode, we'll need to repeat this segment detection behavior multiple times. Our current detect lines function is useful for detecting a single segment, but is not able to keep track of multiple segments, since it's storing the result in the same line marker variable each time the function is called. Knowing what we know about arrays, we could improve the detect lines function to store each segment as an element of an array. You learned that arrays allow you to store multiple pieces of data under a single variable name. You can then access the different pieces of data by specifying a specific index of the array. The index of the array is just an integer number, allowing loops to systematically access the data in every index of the array. Let's change our line marker variable into an array. Since we need to store the results of 5 segments, we'll convert our line marker variable into an array with 5 elements by adding a square bracket, the number 5, and close square bracket between the variable name and semicolon. Now, in order to allow the detect lines function to store the result of 5 segments at the 5 locations within the line marker array, we can use a new kind of loop called a for loop. A for loop allows us to run a block of code for a specific number of times, and provides a variable to keep track of how many times the code has run. At the beginning of the detect lines function, add for, open parentheses, int, the letter I, equals 0, semicolon, the letter I, less than sign, 5, semicolon, the letter I, and 2 plus signs, close parentheses. Then open and close curly braces around the existing code. Next, inside of the if-else blocks, the variable line marker needs to be adjusted to access an index within the array. Add to the end of the variable line marker, square bracket, the letter I, end square bracket. Lastly, add a sleep, parentheses, 500, end parentheses, semicolon, to briefly pause the robot at each segment. Great! Our code will now scan and store 5 different segments into the line marker array. In this lesson, you successfully modified your program so that it could store the results of 5 segments of a barcode. Continue on to the next lesson to take a closer look at how it all works.